Hello, welcome to Art at School. Today drawing lab, we're gonna learn how to composite Sphinx. But you'll need paper, pencil, or pen. So let's get started. In this tutorial video this week, I want to use the composition technique with a triangle. So what it means, the triangle functions in this entire drawing to make a good composition, and that's actually quite basic skill for still life drawing. But I want to use the triangle today for different use and see how I can play with the entire composition of the drawing on this paper. And I just came up with the idea of drawing Sphinx because the triangle somewhat relate to the landscape of a pyramid, I think. And triangle is not actually the shape of the pyramid from the above, but I just came up. So I want to treat this triangle like a pyramid, and then want to add Sphinx images. So first step, I wanna create a triangle pyramid. Like this. Usually this triangle is a good guideline to, the draw composite still life object on the table and make something like high and differentiate the height from left to right. So there will be good rhythm within the paper. And this is one of the very basic and very common composition and still life drawing. It's also because the bottom part is longer or long, and that makes the entire image kind of like stable. So I'm following that rule a little bit for now. To the Sphinx that I wanted to draw, a little by little come up. And this is my version of Sphinx, so I forget about actual shape of Sphinx, but that's fine, I think. It's more like a dog rather than Sphinx. maybe. This is the tutorial video, but we recommend to draw together with same prompt, and I'd like to see how your version of compositing Sphinx become. I think the long hair, or like a long hairstyle of the Sphinx as one of the feature I remembered. So let's add that. The top of the Sphinx, I made it a little dark. And talking about composition, I think the shape is one of the factor that you can use to play the layout. But another factor that gives accent to the composition is tone. And as you see, the center part of the pyramid, it's very, strong and dense. So now it's functioning as like a focal point, I think. You can think like this, like strange Sphinx, it's like a type of the still life object, right? As if this Sphinx sits on a table, maybe. And then the triangle that I first drew, it's usually just a guideline to allocate a couple of objects on a table. I added the tails with planet, tiny planet, and let's bring more darker part to the drawing. And differentiate the background and main subject of the drawing. I just suddenly thought, man, this Sphinx looks like a little bit like a dog, and it's a dog treat, bones, floating in the space. And I want to connect the top of the pyramid to this floating bones. Now the spirits of the Sphinx resides in this tunnel like shape in between top of the pyramid and hole of the bones. It's now become more like dogs, but I think it's okay because that's my version of Sphinx. We teach observational drawing every week at Brooklyn Gallery Tavedo Volante, and currently we are focusing on teaching perspective techniques that we previously used in these YouTube videos, and we plan to move on to composition practices in April, and this is kind of like entry point to start learning composition, and we are sharing the technique a little bit like sneak peek in this video. Okay, now the large spirit of the Sphinx is escaping from pyramid, maybe led by their favorite bones, which made some like warp hole, maybe. And I just came back to the original idea, which is still life drawing, and I'm observing and drawing the chair that I have in my room, and I'm adding the chair on top of the Sphinx. No reason. It's just a little funny, and also experiment with the composition that we've been working, right? I think this is also interesting. The three-dimensional web depiction combined with this more like two-dimensional web drawing of Sphinx creates some different rhythm. and this entire drawing, I think. It's quite improvised drawing, and I didn't do any under drawing or whatever. I'm curious where this going. It's going. Let's fill the background with darker tone, then give more contrast to the center part. And a focal point, in the beginning, there was just one focal point of that top of the pyramid. But by adding the elements little by little, I think it's still the top of the pyramid functions as like a center of this drawing, but also other elements functioning as like a secondary or third focal point. And that's important because we want to create multiple focal points and let the eye move around and give good stimulation to look at the work. I added nails, and that's pretty dark, which also creates good rhythm, I think. And tiny Sphinx spirit sitting on the chair, and murmuring, maybe. This Sphinx, it looks like sleepy, so maybe sneezing. I thought this one is shouting about it. Okay, so that's all. If you draw with me, please submit your artwork and scan QR code. Art offers classes online and in person in Brooklyn. And sign up at art.net. Thanks for watching.